What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Soulfly Trades here, back with another video. And I just want to start off by saying Happy New Year. And let's go into the new year with a clear mindset of working our way from small accounts up until big accounts. So that means we have to follow our plans, you know, we have to journal, back test, you know, have to you you can't just come to the market late in the morning and expect you can just start trading. No. You want to get early, you want to get there early. You want to wake up before the market opens so you can, analyze pre-market to see what's going on, see if we gapped up, gapped down, or whatever the case might be, you know. So that's the goal for 2024. 2024 is our year. I feel it. I know it's our year. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this here. I'm gonna just go back to my default, so you guys can just see this weekly chart on SPY here a little bit more clearly. So what I see here is shrinking candlesticks on shrinking volume, shrinking buying candlesticks, which means sellers are going to step in here maybe for a pullback. As far as the weekly is concerned, if I was trading this as, you know, a daily like swing trades, I'd probably look for a pullback, maybe around this 460 area. Um, depending on price action, possible, call options off that area. If you swing, that could be an optional play, but I don't swing really like that. It has to be a really good looking play for me. In order for me to swing. And it wouldn't be that far out, because I'm not sure how long it would take us. It probably wouldn't even take us that long. It's only like $15. Spot can do that in a week. I've seen it. Um, but yeah, so that's what I see on my weekly time frame here. So let's move down to our daily. What concerns me here on this daily time frame, give me 1 second. What concerns me on the daily is the simple fact that we have this increasing selling volume, but this wick here to the downside concerns me, telling me that we could have a pullback maybe. I maybe in this area, this 473 area. Um, Buyers could step right back in, because this is iffy right here. This is what concerns me. But let's bring my levels back up here on SPY and see what levels I'll actually be trading for this next week that I've charted out so far. Alrighty. So my first level that I will be looking at is this 475 area. If we kind of kick up here, I'd be looking for puts in this 476, 26 to 476, 63. Quite supply zone that I have here in this area here. I'll be looking for puts here if buyers do step in this demand zone that I have here. For puts, because this is a daily trend line that we failed on our daily time frame, which told me that we have now entered bearish sentiment on the daily time frame, which could then lead into the weekly time frame. So we could see some nice downside here. You know, these first probably this first month maybe of the trading year, at least the first couple weeks maybe. We'll see. But as always, we'll be trading smart, trading safe in here. Sniper gang trading, trading off our levels, having our stop losses set, always going into our trades, knowing what we're willing to lose and what we're willing to risk. Always. Never get into a trade if you don't know what you're willing to risk. And if you get into a trade and you're not willing to risk that money, you shouldn't be sizing up that much at all. Not one bit, because you're psychologically not ready for it, and that means your account isn't ready for it. Um, so yeah, that's the main plays I'll be looking for off the open. Um, Depending on obviously pre-market, because we're not just gonna be sitting right here in pre-market. I mean, relate my last. We could be sitting right here. It's always a possibility. It's all because none of us know exactly what's gonna happen. It's always a possibility, but I doubt we just be sitting right here. I see buyers probably step in this area simply because these wicks, but we'll see. Like I said, I'll be ready for it if price does end up being up here on pre-market. I'll look to take rejections. Um, I might be a little nah, it's Monday. I'll definitely be waiting the first 30 minutes of market open. I mean, because Tuesday and it's the first trading day of the year. Um, Today is Monday. It's just the markets are closed today. So it's as traders, we get a little mixed up when the markets are closed. It's crazy. But yeah, that's what I'll be looking for on SPY basically. Let's go to QQQ here. Let's go to this weekly. Let's take these off here. So I want you guys to see this more clearly. Sorry, I'm just trying to remove these old drawings. It doesn't even matter. Anyway, let's look at this weekly chart here. Same thing with SPY. Same price action. The shrinking weekly candles. This is a doji, basically. More of a bearish doji since we have this bigger wick to the upside, indicating sellers should come in here. And we also have shrinking buying volume, which is telling me on this push up, buyers are fading off on this break above. Sellers could be stepping in. So I'll definitely be looking for puts on SPY and QQQ at the moment for pullbacks. Same thing here with SPY with that little wick under the daily candlestick with increasing selling volume, but a big wick, basically like half the whole body of the whole stick, basically. Um, so we'll see. I feel like we could definitely get a pullback though. And if sellers really do come in hard, we could probably see a pullback to this area. What is this? This 391 to 393 area per se. Alrighty, let's bring my levels back up and go to this weekly here. I'm sorry, go to this 4 hour. Alrighty. So what I'll be looking for, we basically have the same price action on SPY and QQQ, which is why I traded. They're very beginner friendly. They're very intermediate friendly. They're very expert friendly. They're just great all around. Great liquidity. The spreads aren't wide. You get filled very well. So I advise you guys, for especially beginners, take a look at SPY and QQQ because they follow very nice price action. Especially if you trade with price action and volume like I do, it's really nice. They follow it very nice. Obviously you're not going to win every trade, but you're going to be profitable trading these. So what I'll be basically looking for, honestly, same price action as SPY. I want puts in this 409.66 to 410. Let's go to this 1 hour here. Same thing. I have a daily trend line that we're currently attempting to break below to hold. And if we do, that'll be a guaranteed bearish, you know, reversal sign on our bigger time frames, such as our daily, which could escalate to our weekly time frames, which would then make it a full-blown downtrend on the bigger time frames. But yeah, right now, it's basically like the same area of SPY where I had the supply zone. Same thing here with QQQ. I'd love puts in this 409.66 to 410.26. I'd love puts in that area. That'd be prime. So I advise you guys can mark my levels actually if you want to. Like you can pause the video, do whatever you want, and just watch the levels. Even if you don't have money, just watch the levels that I'm talking about. I promise you, price is gonna react to these levels. Like I said, I don't know everything. But one thing I'm good at is spotting levels, and price is definitely gonna react to these levels. I'm very good at spotting levels. As you can see, price basically reacts to all my levels. Something that happens, it might not be exactly on it, but it reacts around it. Because you got to think about these levels as rubber bands. That's why you can't choke your stop losses all the time. That's why you want to wait for the best entry, at least the best possible entry the market could give you, so you can have an adequate stop loss, so you won't be choking it. give the trade some room to breathe, for a little bit of drawdown. And that's what traders we have to learn, especially as beginning traders. The hard thing about when you start trading, when you're a beginner, obviously, I've been trading a little longer, so I have a little bit better handle with it. But it's just coming to terms with that, like just coming to terms with, okay, this could lose. You got to be okay with it before you even go in a trade. You basically have to be ready to lose before you even make money in a realistic sense. But yeah, that's what I'll be looking for in QQQ. Possibly, if we just like melt somehow, I'd look for calls down here in this 402 area. I'll show you the same thing on SPY. It's the same kind of dip. That'll be my prime place to take call options that I'd be confident is this 402, or if it was a break above this 412 on QQQ. Let's go to SPY. I want to show you that too on SPY. So this 468 area would be prime for me to take call options if we were to somehow just like melt somehow, or a break above, um, you know, it's 477.65 with some confirmation. But obviously, I wouldn't be totally against taking call options off of these levels. But the way price action is looking, I wouldn't be trying to look for no big home runs, no 3 to 1 to 3 risk to reward ratios. So not saying it can't happen, but the way price action is looking, my gut feeling is telling me to not, you know, put all my faith in the longs right now, at least right now, because I think we could be having a pullback since we just had a mini rally these past couple of weeks to the upside. Um, let's go to Apple. Show you guys Apple. Let's go to this weekly here. Don't mind my drawings. A lot of these are old, I think. Definitely, no, I think definitely. Look at that. Boop, went away. But yeah. So as Apple is concerned, we did break above to make a new high, but it didn't hold for long. Um, hmm. Selling volume is falling off. Selling candlesticks are shrinking. Buyers could be coming in here. As we all know, Apple is an outlier. It can do whatever it wants. The whole market could be going up, like SPY and QQ could be going up. Apple could be going down. So it's just a whole different story with Apple. Um, let's go to this daily. So far, we have this daily bearish trend line here. Yeah, definitely. If it was to break this area right here, we'd have some room to this 188, 187.5. But let me bring up my levels on SPY there. I just wanted to see on my blink chart what that daily and weekly would look like. It looks like it's just a pullback for right now, not a confirmed change of character in price action to say that it's bearish. It's just like a pullback basically on Apple. Don't like this 4 hour. Definitely a little something going on right here. 192.96 is 193.12. I'm about to mark this in because I see something. It's like some supply I see right here. I just see price reacting to this general area right here. I'm gonna mark that in. because this could be possibly areas to short on Apple. This 193 area, possibly down to this 192. But if we do hold below this, I could look to take call options on this 191.51. Since it's yellow, that means I need to be cautious on this area. Um, because we could just blow through it or blow through it and pull right back like this. So I don't know. But if we fail here again, that'll be like a double failure, sort of. Yeah, if we fail to break this again, that'll be a double failure, and we could possibly break below that 191. If we was to like come back up, fail it, we already bounced off it once. We could probably have another pullback, minor bounce and just fall right below it. So we'll see. You know, it's all about trading smart, trading safe, taking what price action is giving us, and not forcing a trade and letting the trades come to us. Remember, plan out your trades and watch. Just let them come to you. Set alerts. If you're at the point in your trading and you're just starting and you're so anxious to get in the trade, set an alert, in your phone, you know. So when set an alert for where you said you would get in, whatever level you had planned out that you said you would get in, set an alert. So when it hits your level, boom, that activate your plan. You don't even have to think about it. You can just buy your contract or, however many you plan, depending on your account size, and your risk tolerance and risk management, and execute it. Don't even have to think about it. You set your stop loss. But other than that, that's really all I'll be looking for. This upcoming week, I was looking at like Riot and what was it? No, I was looking at Neo simply because Neo had something where some news about Neo where they made a car battery that has like 621 miles of range, more than Tesla. So I don't know. I was just watching it. Um, I was just charting it out basically just to see price action, to see where we could be. We're in a relative good place right now to buy. I will for swinging. It's daggone sure wouldn't be no day trades. I'll tell you that. And I'm talking about this will be a couple months out. Like at least a minimum of three. Minimum of three. Um, because I'd like to see maybe if that moves the stock a little bit to the upside. My first price target, honestly, would be this $14. Um, realistically, since we've rejected this area, there seems to be an area of supply in this area, so I'll be looking for that. My best entry area is $7.49. Although I was analyzing some other areas like this, 887 to 901, $9.01 to maybe be a little cheeky about getting in swings here, but I'm not sure. My best option is the 7. I'd feel more confident here because we're just in a range right here. But granted, I will analyze it come Tuesday just to see how it moves. If we do end up in here, I might start with one option call. Uh, but it'll be months out. So I'd max out end up with 3, um, with room to add down here. But you know, just to be safe, if we do, just the news just blows it up or whatever. I don't expect it to, but I'll grab one contract if we can pull back in this area and buy or step in. I'll buy one. Swing for Neo like about 3 months out. Um, And if we can, the only way I'll add full position is if we get to this $7.49 area. But other than that, that's all I'll be looking for this next coming week. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.